Dr. Murray with another Uncivilized Uncivilized Technology video. We're talking about the cutting and digging tools today, specifically the cold steel Spetsnaz shovel. So the second category of technology humans used were something to cut and dig, move into the earth. Axes, saws, knives, shovels, trowels. You get a little further from there, but having a good shovel it cannot be overstated when you're out in the woods. Even if it's just a small trowel, which I've shown in some other videos, little hand trowels to dig a cat hole or somewhere where you're going to take a number 2 while you're in the woods. You always want to bury your waste. You can always make a digging stick. That's fine. I know YouTube is real popular to see some of the guys like in India or in Thailand. They use a digging stick and they make these real elaborate palaces out of clay and whatnot. You can do that, but it's better if you carry a shovel with you. So you can go a step up from a trowel, and you can carry one of these little multi-purpose shovels. They're just like a larger folding military shovel. It's got a little pick on one side, and you can put 90 degrees on the other, and then it works just with a screw collar. You can fold that, and then you've got a little shovel. You're not going to be able to move a lot with a shovel that small, although it does fold down really small and pack into a tiny little package. All right, so that's kind of nice. Still kind of heavy. Sometimes in our quest for ultralight gear, we go a little too far, and sometimes just carrying a shovel is worth its weight. It's one of those tools like a good axe or a saw. You can go to a military surplus store and get a trenching shovel. So they're going to be short-handled. They're meant to be portable, and this is a standard shovel head. You can get these at the military surplus store for anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks. This got kind of a garden shovel head to it, and it's good for digging trenches and things. You can find different shaped heads, like here's almost a spade shaped head. This is good for moving dirt, or maybe in splitting the difference between dirt and muck and mud and snow. But that's an option. We carry those sometimes. Usually when we go into campaign, we'll take one of each type because we don't know what we're going to use. In the winter, you could even go to more of a specialized snow shovel. This one packs down. But this one's for moving snow. I've seen people cook on these and use them for other things, but they're not really going to hold up to digging out a trench in some dirt or rocky gravel. But they're great for the snow. And we do carry a dozen or so of these when we go out in the winter with a group. All right, so that's good to have. But the one we're going to talk about today in particular is the cold steel Special Forces shovel, sometimes called their Spetsnaz shovel, because as an entrenching tool, it was based on the Russian Special Forces, Spetsnaz, that's where that word is, Russian Special Forces entrenching tool. So they used it a little bit smaller of a head than a normal entrenching tool or a folding one, and it comes with an American hickory handle, so it's nice hardwood, it's not going to break, and the shovel head is held on by 2 replaceable screws. And if you have your Leatherman signal with you or a multi-tool, you can replace the handle in the field if you happen to break that. Okay? So this is a brand new cold steel. They're going to run you about anywhere from $20 to $30 depending on where you get them. Then you can go to, again, a surplus store, or you can make your own, a little bag to carry the shovel in, or just to kind of protect the head or your other gear. Because the unique thing about the cold steel shovel, and you might be able to see that on this new one, the edge is sharpened, okay, all the way around. Not, I wouldn't say razor sharp, but it's sharp enough that you can not shave hair, slice paper with it, but you can definitely use it as an axe to limb or even split, if you use it the right way, split small logs to help kind of prepare a fire. So it can be used as a makeshift axe. One of the things that's different about this, the Russian Special Forces, it's not just an entrenching tool, it was also a personal melee weapon or hand-to-hand combat weapon. That's why the edges are sharpened. And the Russian Special Forces would train and use this as a personal combat weapon. You can look, it's about the size and weight of a small hatchet or a tomahawk, and then you can dig with it. So I think it's an awesome tool, especially for the price. Now this is the case that it used to come with, but now you have to purchase separately. It's got a little belt loop and a little dangle loop, so you can hang that from your gear with a carabiner. Couple snaps and it just comes off the head. Now, this particular one I've had for the Badger. I've had this for maybe 30 years. I've resharpened it several times. Now this one on my the right hand, when the bevel is facing in, that one is razor sharp. I sharpened that one up quite a bit. The other sides are sharp enough to split wood with, and to maybe do some small. I can make some rough feather sticks with those. The coating is worn off a few times, but it's basically an indestructible tool. It's a little heavy. You can look up the stats in some other videos or on Cold Steel's channel, but I carry this in my Jeep. This one in particular, I use this in case I get stuck, which doesn't happen often, but it's always nice to have a shovel that I can dig gravel and dirt and muck with. I use this to limb, and there are even some, like I said, some combat applications. We might roll some footage into this. I'm sure we got some footage of throwing this, sticking it at the deadwood trees or whatever, or using it to split wood. So rolled it in there. I can't recommend the Cold Steel shovel highly enough as a gear that's worth its weight to carry. We use this when we're putting out our fires, when we're stirring up the coals and turning things over. We can hook things out of the fire with it. It can be used as, like I said, an axe for limbing. If you're going to carry some weight and you're going with a group, obviously combine this with a camp axe, but use this as your shovel. And it's got nice wide flat head. It's shallow. It's not going to be as good as the spade or the garden head shaped entrenching tool for really moving earth, but it's good enough. It's not going to be as good as the dedicated snow shovel for moving snow and ice, but it's good enough. Especially since I wouldn't be able to also limb or split small branches up for firewood with this shovel. Okay? And I maybe wouldn't be able to use this garden head shape shovel as effectively in, say, a combat situation. So this one kind of splits the difference. Jack of all trades, master of none sort of shovel. So this is the Cold Steel Special Forces or Spetsnaz shovel, and I can't say enough about it. If you have a Cold Steel shovel, leave a comment below and tell us what you like about it or don't like about it so other people can read that. Something I found out recently is they do make this in a titanium head. So I'm really interested in getting my hands on one of those, just for the weight savings. From what I understand, the titanium head comes with a birch handle, which is going to be a softer wood and tend to break, but you could just easily replace it with a $10 hickory replacement handle that you can get on Amazon or right from Cold Steel. I've had this shovel. I bought this one as a backup about 20 years ago. It's never seen dirt. I've yet to damage this enough to have to replace it. It's a great shovel. It's a small investment. It'll last you forever, and they're great for all sorts of things. What was I just going to say? Oh, I know a good example. There's a man, you can find him on YouTube. You might already know him. Zachary Fowler. He won season 3 of the Alone show from the History Channel. Zachary Fowler. I believe his website is Fowler's Makery and Mischief or something like that. Zachary Fowler chose this as one of his 10 items to take on his Alone program. And you know, he kind of got some pushback for that at the beginning of the season because he chose a shovel as opposed to an axe or something else, and he took a multi-tool instead of a belt knife. But he did amazing things with this. So that's probably the best real-world example of how valuable and versatile this can be. Is Zachary Fowler over at Fowler's Makery and Mischief. Zachary's also an excellent slingshot resource. We'll probably do a video on slingshots because I've been playing with slingshots since I was probably 5 years old. I love them, and he makes excellent slingshots. Over the forks, through the forks, flat bands. He got some tubular stuff. He does a lot of cool slingshot tricks with it too. So check that out. Anyway, back to the shovel. Leave some comments below if you like it. Excuse me. Like and share the video, and then check out some of our other Uncivilized Vitality.